Welcome to CN Movies, the show where we review movies but from a Christian's perspective. I'm the filmmaker.
And I'm the film watcher.
And today we are reviewing A Christmas Story, released in 1983. And I've seen this movie 100 times.
I've seen it twice now.
That's it? That's all you got?
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
The first category is story. All that stands between 9-year-old Ralphie Parker and happiness is a genuine Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot Lightning Loader Ranger model air rifle. Unfortunately, staying between Ralphie and the gift of his dreams are two highly emotional parents who keep screaming, "No, you'll only shoot your eye out." Based on humorous John Shepard's best-selling novel, In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash, A Christmas Story is a whimsical and slightly twisted tribute to the traditional all-American Christmas. Set in Indiana during the 1940s, the film follows the adventures of Ralphie as he pursues that elusive rifle. Tripping him up at every step are his gruffy, lovable old man and madcap mom. So what'd you think?
Well, I like the story. It's very different, I guess, from what you'd expect from a Christmas movie. Like, it's completely from the kid's perspective, which was cool. But it's also completely full of, like, an actual kid's perspective. So he's fearful about what he wants to get. He's extremely happy about what he wants to get. And then he's, like, guilty for some of the things he does because he's afraid he's not going to get what he wants. So it's very realistic as far as, like, how a kid's actually feeling around Christmas time.
I agree. The story was interesting and real. I like the daydreaming by Ralphie.
Yeah, the daydreaming was probably one of my favorite things.
Yeah. And the humor was very funny.
Most of the time.
And yes, no, it was very funny all the time. There wasn't one moment that wasn't funny.
There were a couple moments that
Nope.
were funny.
Mm-mm.
I didn't think were funny.
They all were funny. Every single one.
Well, that's based on your opinion.
No, it's based on fact. I had scientists do extensive research on this movie, and they concluded that every single moment is funny. And if you don't find it funny, you're a witch. So.
I guess I'm a witch then.
Wow. So what's your final score for story?
I gave it a 10 out of 15.
I gave it a 15 out of 15.
Okay.
How come we don't agree on this?
Because you like it more than I do.
You're not very Christmassy. You didn't even say ho 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 earlier.
Neither did you.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
The next category is characters. Characters are believable and relatable.
Yeah. I think that was one thing I did like about it is, well, first of all, it is from the kid's perspective. So whether the mom actually does show favoritism to the younger son could be based on whether this is from Ralphie's perspective or not. So the mom seems to be showing favoritism to the son. The dad seems to be kind of scary and funny at sometimes. The bullies seem to be ridiculous and out of proportion because everything's from Ralphie's perspective. So I thought that was kind of interesting and cool. Everyone was in general likable and relatable.
So I agree with you. The bully seemed a bit over the top.
But that was because it was from Ralphie's
Well,
perspective.
yeah. I mean, everybody I guess seemed a little bit over the top, but
Yeah.
they for the most part were believable, and you could relate to them. So, I mean, I personally liked Ralphie. Of course, he's the main character. The dad I liked, the mom I liked. I didn't really care for his younger brother. I thought he was annoying.
That's the point.
I don't even remember who the kid was. The guy's tongue stuck to the pole.
The friend with a flick or something.
I don't know. Was that the kid he ratted on? That didn't actually do anything. I forgot who that was.
So.
Yeah, but anyways, I mean, I guess the biggest flaw here could be that. Well, that's when we get to Christian Nutritional Value. So, what's your final score for characters?
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
And I give it an 8 out of 10.
Pretty close.
Okay, you need to start agreeing with my scores, or else you will be kicked off the show.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
The next category is music. I don't remember any of it.
I don't either, and we just watched it.
Okay, 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
The final category is Christian Nutritional Value. So what'd you think about the Christian Nutritional Value?
There is not hardly any Christian nutritional value in this film, from my perspective.
Okay, I'm talking first then. You're
Okay,
done.
go ahead.
Gives an accurate depiction of how it feels growing up as a kid.
How is that nutritional value?
It's a life lesson is what it is.
In what? The kid already knows what it's like to feel growing up as a kid
No.
around Christmas.
No. You're wrong, and I'm right. Parents are loving and forgiving.
The mom is, yes.
And the dad.
He doesn't know that he's ever done anything wrong, so...
What are you talking about?
They lied about him getting into the fight. Or, well...
He knows that Ralphie said, oh, fudge.
Oh, fudge.
Only I didn't say fudge. I said the word.
You know what your son just said?
No, what?
I'll tell you what he said. Ready?
Which is a terrible word to be saying as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Go ahead. You finish.
What?
I was
What?
going to say, that was my main issues with it, is that they portray the kid as cussing. And
Well, he just said fudge.
he said the actual cuss word.
No,
In
he
the
didn't.
movie,
He said
doesn't,
fudge.
But he actually does say other cuss words in the film.
No.
Yes, he does.
That never
And then,
happened.
I mean, I like the fact that they do just say gibberish, but he's cussing. I don't know.
Well, yeah. The only language I think you actually hear is from the dad.
No, the kid actually says
What?
cusses. S-O-B in the bathroom. I think he said one other thing, but I don't remember. Anyways, what I didn't like about it is Ralphie is constantly lying. He never tells the truth, and he never gets in trouble for it. And even when he does lie, it's like he gets rewarded for it, basically. Even though I'm sure the parents actually know what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
But he's constantly lying. When he gets his friends in trouble, it's not a big deal. It's not like you can't tell the teacher that your friend's in trouble. But as a kid, you have that whole, oh no, I can't tell. Like, I don't know. I had it too, but at the same time, I still told my parents when I did something wrong. Like, in general.
Because you're a goody two-shoes.
I'm not a goody
I
two-shoes.
feel like the rest of us, you did things and you just didn't tell nobody.
Well, it's a bad lesson to show kids. I mean, it would have been better if maybe he lied a few times and got away with it. And then, like, maybe towards the end, after he beats up the bully, he finally owns up to it and the results are the same where he doesn't really get in trouble. I think that would have been a better outcome because you show growth in Ralphie. You show that you can tell the truth and not get punished.
You don't understand life in the 40s at all.
I wasn't in the 40s. Were you in the 40s?
You're just being an SJW from 2016 and
What's an
analyzing
SJW?
a social justice warrior. You're just
Oh.
a social justice warrior
This has nothing
analyzing
to do with
this
social
80s
justice.
movie that's based off of life in the 40s. You don't know anything.
This has nothing to do with social justice.
Yes, you're socially justice warrioring this whole thing.
All I'm saying is that he lied through the whole movie, and the only redeeming quality he had was to finally beat up the bully. But in doing so, he like cusses up like a sailor. I don't know. Like, I just didn't see any Christian value in
I
it.
just think the movie's perfect, and you have major
Okay.
flaws with it because you don't know any better.
Okay.
My negatives were there was cursing in PG-13 amounts. I don't think you even talked about that.
Help.
and there was fighting.
Well, and the other thing I had was the whole leg lamp. Like, it's just weird.
The leg lamp
Yes.
was a joke.
It would have been okay, except they have Ralphie rub it like twice, like very sexually.
Well, because Ralphie is like
An
a boy.
8-year-old boy.
Is he 8?
Yeah,
I thought
he's
he was
pretty
more like
young.
10, but whatever.
He's
So,
9.
I mean, you
He's
know,
9.
like in the 40s, like you don't ever actually see anything sexy unless you somehow got like a magazine or something. There's not even TV, so I don't know. Obviously, it was too much, and that was the whole point. That's why the mom ended up breaking it. Allegedly, that's still not confirmed. Anyways, so my final score for Christian Nutritional Value is a 7 out of 15.
I gave it a 5. The only plus that I had to it was I like the family aspect of it, I guess.
Yeah, how the parents are loving and forgiving, like I said.
Even though it shouldn't. Anyways, yes, I'll just stop there.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Our final score for A Christmas Story is a 62 out of 100, and I highly recommend it despite that kind of lowish score, that kind of above average score.
Well, I'll definitely recommend it for adults.
I recommend it for all ages, starting at birth. You should watch this movie every Christmas from the time you are under 1 to the time you are 100.
And 16.
Oh, yeah, because
You
like
can't
the
leave
oldest
that.
living person is 116 years old. That's right. Anyways, yeah, look that up, you guys. You'll be amazed by when the oldest living person was born. And then think about all the things they've seen. Anyways, that doesn't relate to this. But yes, our final score, 62 out of 100. I highly recommend it, mostly for, I would agree, probably like teenagers and above. It's just because of the cursing, honestly, and the fact there's no real moral lesson to the story. Do you have anything else to add?
No.
Is this your favorite Christmas movie ever?
No.
Maybe it'll be next week's.
So next time we're reviewing one of my favorite Christmas movies, The Grinch That Stole Christmas.
And not the animated one.
Now, I like the animated
even
one a
though we
lot.
have the animated one. We're reviewing the Jim Carrey one.
Right.
Oh, and on the back it says, an instant classic, Jake Harr of the Boston Globe said.
It is a classic.
What if he said it was like an instant classic, but really a boring classic? What do you think he said that in the review?
We'll talk about all that next time.
Anyways, stay tuned, subscribe, and bye.